I've never found a love like this. There it is. I've never found a love like this.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to E20 Zone TV player ratings time for the 2-0 win in Ayia Napa. To my right is Lucas.
Hello.
He's there, but he's not. And down below, bottom there is WestHamOnline. WestHamOnline, how are you doing, man?
Very good. Very good, thank you. Yeah, very well.
Very well indeed. Before I get started, I want to thank everyone who's sent me messages of congratulations and all the people who had money on Black Ball Rancho earlier on.
Yeah.
Up the Black Ball Rancho.
Up the Rancho. Mine is a large cognac, to just say the least on that. So, yeah, big up Black Ball Rancho. And I know Count on Twitter had the double. He had West Ham to win, Black Ball to win, and he's a winner tonight. But let's get into these player ratings. Let's start off with this man, Alfonso Areola, WestHamOnline. Take it away.
Right. I don't know whether people are going to agree with me here. I thought he played as well as he could tonight. I'll give him a decent rating for tonight, but I must admit, I thought he was better than he is. I've not been impressed with him since he came into the team. From crosses, I just think he looks terrible. I've got to be honest. I really do think he looks hesitant.
Great.
He dropped one and just punched it to the floor. Fab just looks so much better from crosses. And I think I can see why we're looking a bit more hesitant from them since Fab got injured, which is a worry because I thought Areola would be better. But for tonight, he couldn't really do much else. He held a shot well. I suppose he done okay. So he's going to get a 6 from me.
I go next. I keep it short and sweet. 6 out of 10. Totally agree with the catching from corners. They had plenty of corners tonight, about 14 in fact. And he's a bit suspect on corners. Like shot stopping, he ain't too bad, but corners and things like that, he sort of, isn't really there. So I'll give him a 6 out of 10. Lucas.
Communication I think will come with time because this is his second, third match.
Yeah. I'm
losing track nowadays. But tonight he was all right. I wouldn't say not a lot to do because they had plenty of corners, a bouquet of corners to say the least. But yeah, nothing amazing, nothing horrible. For the clean sheet, I'll give him a strong 6.
Yeah, I agree, mate. I agree with you on that. Let's move on to this man. Kara. Oh, yeah. Lucas, take it away.
I won't say a mixed bag. I didn't think he was very good today, but the only credit I'll give him today is that I think him and Fornals in the first half were two of the only players that were really running around. Mind you, they were running around like headless chickens, but they were the only two that really showed some.
He's a liability, though. He's a liability, Kara. Do you know what I mean?
Those are the only two that really showed any sort of passion or fight. Even though, again, wasn't great, but everyone else was walking around, those two were running around. Kerr today with the clean sheet. Him and Zuma at the end did have a great last ditch block.
Yeah.
Both of them together. So I'll give Kerr a 5.
Ooh. I'll go next. I'll give Kerr a high 5. I agree. He's suspect, though, in certain aspects of the game. Amount of times he falls over at the wrong time and he takes people out and gets you the cards.
I'm going to try and get the falling over out of my head because they did play on AstroTurf tonight.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and excuse that because they never do, but that was annoying as hell.
He's just. I'll give him a high 5. I thought he was all right. I thought he was okay, but that high 5 might look bad, but that's so good for him. Do you know what I'm saying? He gets booked. Anyone who had him to get booked tonight, you've cashed in because he gets booked every game that he plays. So yeah, high 5 out of 10 for me. WestHamOnline.
I think before this game he'd been playing quite well lately, but that was in a back three. So I think I didn't think he looked good today. Sadly, rubbish going forward. Passing
Yeah.
was average, and defensively, he just dives into every tackle. Sadly, I really like him. I think he's a good leader in the dressing room from what I've seen in the the tunnel cam things. He seems like, and for 10 million, he's not awful, but I mean, he's not great, is he? I'll give him a 5.
Yeah, we'll move on to the man who returned is Aaron Cresswell.
Yeah, buddy.
And I've got this for him.
Emotional damage.
Fucking shit, bruv. Right, WestHamOnline, take it away for the man they call
Emotional damage.
Take it away.
I thought he was okay.
Oh, I don't know about that, bruv. I really don't.
I don't think he was brilliant, but, you know, I thought he defended okay, passed it around a bit. I mean, to be honest, he didn't really... I'm struggling to remember what any of the back four did in possession, but yeah, he went on a really good run down the left and put a cross into the box. Antonio fell over, so got to remember that.
The first half, though, the first 30 minutes, all their attacks were going down his side, and he was just all over the place, literally all over the place. Like, he gets the ball, it's the same ball that Mitch has called all the time on his channel, just the hoof ball, just down the line. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not good, mate. At the end of the day, go on, man.
I think I prefer Cresswell to what some people do, from what I can tell. You know, I didn't think he was brilliant, but I didn't think he was anywhere near as bad as what people were saying. I thought he was better than Kehrer. He gets a high 5 for me.
I'm going to give him. Oh dear, I'm going to give him this because we won the game, kept a clean sheet. He gets a 5 for me. Defensively, all over the place. Done a good header in the second half. I'll give him that. Ball comes in and he does a good defensive header and puts it out for a corner, I think it was. First half, he was all over the place, mate. Literally defensively all over the place. Plays that hoof ball down the line that Mitch has called for so many times. So, yeah, I'll give him a standard 5 out of 10. Lucas.
Because we got a clean sheet, and I do hold that in high regard with my ratings, I will give Cresswell by the skin of his teeth a 5. He's a diabolical player, and
wrong.
He's shit. He does nothing good.
His passing's one of the best on the team.
I don't know about that, WestHamOnline. If his passing is that good, right? Why does he keep playing the hoof ball down the line every 5 minutes?
Because he likes it.
Yeah, well, there you go. Say no more on that. We'll move on to this man, Kurt Zuma, has returned. Lucas, take it away, Mr. Zuma.
Kurt Zuma today. Again, towards the end, very good last-ditch block, which we could have easily conceded there. Honestly, it should have probably ended about 2-1 today, because I thought they weren't too bad today. They did the basics really well. But Kurt Zuma, again, it's kind of like the same with Areola. I feel like they didn't have a lot to do today, but they were in our third all match. But again, it's just like they don't have a lot of quality, but they done the basics really well. And they were a little bit threatening, but because of their quality, they were never really going to, I guess, push us to the brink. But Zuma was all right today. Man, I'll be honest with you. I was not impressed with anyone today. So for me, it's hard to give like 6s. I'm gonna give Kurt Zuma a high 5.
Ooh, I've got to disagree. I'm gonna give him a high 6. I thought he was decent. I thought he was really good. I think he made one mistake that I remember in the whole game, and that was when he got the ball caught under his feet, and the player slipped. Yeah, the player slipped at the precise time. Me and Mitch were going mad. We was like, "Oh no, what you doing?" And me and Mitch were just praising him up beforehand. I thought he'd done everything well. Don't forget, it's his first real start, first real 90 minutes. So you got to give him some credit for that. He's kept a clean sheet. I'll give him a high 6. I think he was good. I did like that pairing, but they will have more harder tests to come in the future. Online.
I thought he was really good defensively. Like he made some good blocks, some good
Yeah.
headers from corners. He's really good defensively. But I've got to be honest, I thought he was shocking on the ball, like absolutely shocking.
He wasn't sharp at all today, in my opinion.
No. I've never thought he's good on the ball, but today he was an absolute extreme. Like he kept playing that. He played a couple long balls over the top for no reason that went nowhere near anybody. That mistake that he made, that he got a bit lucky with, the one you're talking about. That was coming in the game, like from what I could see of him on the ball. But as I say, he done well defensively. And if he was good on the ball, then he'd probably be playing for Real Madrid because he's that good defensively. So I guess we can't moan at it too much. He gets a 6 from me.
Fair enough. Let's move on to this man, Nayef Aguerd. Something Mitchell said to me in the watch along, which is true, right? At corners, he's a bit suspect, Aguerd. I didn't really notice it. On the ground, he's very, very good. Pace-wise, balls coming in down the side of him, over the top of him, Aguerd will save you. But at set pieces, Aguerd is a bit all over the place, and that is a bit of a problem. And we noticed it today, me and Mitch, watching the game. When West Ham are having so many corners to deal with, he's a bit suspect, to say the least. Online, I'll let you go first on this. What are you saying?
Yeah, I was speaking to someone before he joined, an analyst that I speak to called Umir.
Yeah.
And he's a massive fan of Aguerd. He actually wants him at Man City because he's a Man City fan. But he did say crosses are his big weakness, and I think that is true. I've not seen anything to suggest he's great in the air, to be honest. And I do think, I've always thought this, he's got quite a skinny frame. I think physically he's not outstanding. He just makes up for it because he's so quick and he's good on the ball.
Long legs as well.
Yeah, long legs, reads the game well, but physically he's quite shit, to be fair. So,
but he's not that sort of defender, though, is he?
Like, no, he's not that sort of defender. But it's just, I'm just explaining. Like, I don't think he's as good a box defender as Zuma, for example, which would be shown on the corners.
But then saying that, if you had Zuma on the ground, he ain't going to outrun people, is he? Like, I think Aguerd can. I think Aguerd has got recovery pace. When I covered it in the summer, I said this geezer on the grounds is really, really good. Like, I didn't really notice him in set pieces, but I'll be honest with you, I noticed him tonight and he was a bit all over the place. What are you rating him online?
6.
I'm going to agree. I'll go next. I'll give him a 6 out of 10. I thought he was solid enough. Do you know what I'm saying? But the set pieces are a problem. If you go back to the last sort of few games, set pieces have been a bit of West Ham trouble recently. Manchester United a week ago, there was a corner that come in and there's nowhere near it, or free kick, that come in. Casemiro puts it in the back of net, even though it's offside. Where's the defending for that?
Good point.
And then there's the corner that come in where he scored the own goal. So I'm a bit worried about Nayef Aguerd at set pieces. I really am.
James, great comment from Ben Watson, and that's why I think they work as a duo. You've got one that's really quick and good on the ball and good defensively, and you've got one who's great at box defending, strong, quick. So I think it's a really good duo, them two.
I'll totally agree. So I'll give him a 6 out of 10. Lucas.
Again, this isn't really anything on Aguerd, but I mean, just the whole side was not great today. So my ratings could come across a bit harsh, but that's just the way I feel because really we weren't good today. But Aguerd on corners, I do think that is just an Areola coming into play issue. He hasn't played at all in a long time. Got to get used to it again. Even though obviously on the training ground they should be used to it already, but it's a lot different when you're in the actual moment. You're in a real match of importance. So a high 5 for Aguerd for me. Just no one was sharp enough today. So there's gonna be a lot of high 5s.
Yeah, I agree, mate. Moving on to where is he? He's ready there. Please do smash a like on the video and please do subscribe to the channel for me, WestHamOnline, Lucas, Mitchell, and Affers. Thank you. Moving on to this man, Flynn Downs. I'm going to go first on this. I love Flynn. I like him. I think he's a West Ham boy. I love the passion. Love everything about Flynn Downs. But today, he was a passenger for me. Massive passenger. I was doing the watch along with Mitch. No word of a lie. I said to Mitch, what have we seen of Flynn Downs in this half? He said nothing. And I absolutely agree. He got booked for a stupid foul that rules him out at the next leg, which is a major blow, really, because we needed him in this game, right, for the next leg, just to see the game out. I was disappointed with Flynn today. Really was. Like, he got subbed and all. I'm going to give him a 4 out of 10. Like, I don't know whether I'm being overly harsh. If I'm being harsh, tell me in the chat. But I like Flynn, and he just didn't impress me today. Didn't hold the ball up enough. The passes need to go forward and not sideways. Yeah, 4 out of 10 for me. Online.
Some people think I don't like Downs, which isn't true. And I actually said on the video yesterday with Tom that I think he's been our best player in the Conference League this season.
Yeah.
Maybe tied with Benrahma, who I think has been quite good in the Conference League. But I think lately, last 4 or 5 games Flynn's played, I've been really unimpressed with him. Spurs game that he played the other day, he was dog crap, which isn't his natural position. And today I just thought, it's just not good enough. He's not getting on the ball and he's not offering anything really, is he? He's just a safe pass every time, not getting on the ball a lot. I can't believe I was seeing people saying he could be the next Rice. That's just unbelievably ridiculous. He was below average for me, and the yellow card was stupid. I saw people as well saying the yellow card was tactical so he can play in the next round of the competition. He probably won't even start. Like the quarterfinals onwards, I reckon we play our main team. So
exactly that.
Yeah, so I'll give Flynn a low 5.
Lucas?
Yeah, just a 5 for me. He was a passenger today. He really didn't do a lot wrong today. I mean, his yellow card was a bit stupid, but take that away. He really didn't do anything wrong today, but he was very passive. Didn't really try anything adventurous, but 5, just a 5.
It's a shame. It really is for Flynn. Moving on to this man, Declan Rice. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to allow WestHamOnline to go. And for me, the first 30 minutes, I thought he was terrible. Deck. He got roasted on the right-hand side by a player, literally absolutely killed him. Stone dead. Then he sort of come into the game. He assisted the second goal for Antonio. But it was, I don't know. I don't know what to rate him tonight. That's the first thing. So I'm going to go last on this one. I'm going to let WestHamOnline go first. What are you saying?
I think Rice was not great in the opening exchanges of the game, but then he turned it up a bit. And when he turned it up, the team got a lot better. I thought he was really good last 15 minutes of the first half. And when the second half, when he was playing, I thought he'd done all right as well. So he's going to get a 6 for me. I thought he was okay. Not brilliant, but he didn't need to be. The team was sort of, I don't know. It seemed to me like we put in 50% effort. Maybe we just thought they're so crap that we can win on 50% effort. But
it's a toxic group of players. It really is. It pisses me off because that attitude stinks. I don't care who you're playing. That attitude is poor.
I don't agree with the people saying Declan's head's not in it. I think that's unfair because Rice, even if you see our reaction to the Nottingham game the other day, his tunnel cam after the game, he was so happy with it. And every time we win, you just see he's ecstatic. He can't stop talking about it. So I think he cares a lot more than people give him credit for. But 6.
6 out of 10. I've got to get to this comment from Thomas. Downs plays like a player that don't play much. Trying to impress with not much game time only leads to an average performance. I agree slightly with that, Thomas. I've been one of his biggest backers, Downs, and WestHamOnline and me have had many rows in regards of Flynn Downs. But today, he was just, when you want a man to perform, this was the perfect game for him to perform and shine and really embrace it. And he just didn't do it, mate, in my opinion. I'll go next for Declan. You said 6. I'm going to go with a 6 also. I think, it was like you said, basically what you said is bang on about the game sort of filtered out and West Ham sort of took control of the game and Declan didn't really have to go up any levels, so to speak. The first half he did get skinned, which was quite funny, really. When I was watching it, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. But yeah, I'll give him a 6 out of 10. Lucas.
Declan Rice gets a high 5 from me today. If you're gonna call, if anyone's gonna call Flynn Downs a passenger today, I think Rice has to be in the same boat as him. He really did not do a lot today, in my opinion. He did get roasted.
Second goal, though. Good assist for the second goal.
It's a simple ball.
Yeah.
Who's better than Downs? Come on, Lucas.
Did I not? I gave him a high 5. Of course, he was better than Downs, but again, he was a passenger as well. He didn't do much today. Did he have to? No, but he wasn't that sharp. Didn't do anything brilliant. Got skinned.
Yeah.
Sure, he assisted Antonio's absolute scorcher of a goal, but it's a simple pass. Not gonna wow anyone. High 5 for me.
Moving on to this man, Pablo Fornals. He frustrates the life out of me. WestHamOnline, I'm going to let you go first because he's your man. What you saying for Pablo?
Decent. I think he was waited for a couple of times, but that was just because he was trying an ambitious pass. He laid off Lanzini for our first shot of the game with some really good play. Linked up with Benrahma really well on the left-hand side. He does the little things well, and I think we look a better team when he plays. I really do. So 6 for me from Mini Pab.
Oh, I've got to disagree totally. Lucas, I'm going to let you go because I think you're going to think on the same path as me.
Everyone in the chat's agreeing with me here.
Well, how much are you paying them? That's the first thing.
I don't agree. I don't agree at all, and I am probably the biggest lover of Pablo Fornals that has ever existed.
Go on, then, man.
Again, like I mentioned earlier, I thought first half, him and Tilo Kehrer were probably the most passionate on the pitch. They showed the most will out of anyone, even though it wasn't that great. But still, they were the only two that showed or looked like they really cared. But besides that, Fornals, not his best performance today for me. I didn't think he was horrific, but again, everyone's ratings are a bit different. Like 6 is like kind of a little above average for me, and 5 is below average. For me. I'm gonna give Fornals a 5. I just wasn't impressed today.
Totally agree.
And again, when you don't play all that much, I mean, I don't expect him to put in.
I understand that, yeah. But when people say they don't play, but this is the perfect game for you to play and impress, isn't it? Like
it is, but again, he tried, and to be fair, everyone around him was shit, so he was inevitably shit as well, in my opinion. But not terrible, so I'm going to give him a 5.
I'm going to agree. 5 out of 10. I thought he works hard, but there's no end product. He had a good chance in the first half where the ball come to him. He puts it wide. Second half, he gets bullied off the ball. I remember that. He just doesn't. He just doesn't fill me with excitement when he's on the ball. Right? He can pass the ball well when he works hard, but there is nothing else around there.
I do agree with Alfie though. I think when he is playing, and obviously he'll play in more important games than this. Still no excuse for me, but
I think he's a valuable player.
I think he does make us better because I think his link up play is very good. But obviously, just like any other player, there's some flaws in his game that do hinder us a bit, and we wish could be expressed more. But
yeah. Just to round it up from me, I'll give him a 5 out of 10. I need to see a bit more from him. Do you know what I mean? Considering people are crying for this man to play games for West Ham, this would have been the perfect game for him to boost up his confidence. I just don't think he sort of shone today at all. But we'll move on to this man, the jewel in the crown, Manuel Lanzini. WestHamOnline, Land.
He keeps the ball well. Like Cresswell, I'll say he's one of our best passers. But physically, he got dominated today.
His passing was not all
wasn't his best today. He weren't at his best, certainly, today. And I thought he could have made more of an impression. I can't give him a decent rating, really. I'm going to give him a 5.
I'll go next. I'm going to agree. Passing was slightly poor. Amount of misplaced passes. Amount of times he got into positions where it's the simple pass to Fornals or Benrahma, and it's always in front of them or behind them. It was never like to their feet. Yeah, I'm not overly keen on Lanzini. I think he's done his time, but is what it is. Lucas,
I seen someone. I'm not going to name him. So no one in the chat, but I seen a reporter give Lanzini man of the match today. Gave him a 7, which I thought, wow. I would just like to know like how he saw the match personally. But again, I'm not here to roast anyone. But yeah, Lanzini. Just today, but he really showed like why he's just not involved a lot. He really has lost it for me, and it's sad. But again, it's hard to really say how bad he was because everyone around him was shit as well. But again, he keeps the ball well. Ball retention's good. He's a good passer of the ball. He's lost his flair. He's lost his pace. He ran around a bit today, but really didn't turn into anything. So 5 for me.
Yeah. I see if you rate him a 7. I don't know what they're saying, but we'll move on. Saeed Benrahma. Lucas, take it away.
Benrahma for me today. First half he literally had the only positive thing for us was when he took on about 5-6 people, got through him, and then had it was an all right shot on goal. He did have our only shot on goal in the first half. Then he had
2 goals in the first half. Lucas.
Oh yeah,
Lucas.
He had our first shot on goal though, didn't he?
No, he did.
Yeah, he had a good cross to Antonio. Good header from him as well. He went through 6 people. 5 people had a shot on goal. I thought he wasn't great today, but I think he was above most of our players today. Got an assist.
He should have had another assist if Antonio puts the ball in the net for the hat-trick.
Which that was a good shot from Antonio. Normally, we don't see any sort of quality in a shot like that from him. But I'm going to give Benrahma. I can't give him. I'm going to give him a 6. But that's like a good 6 for today. Like a 6 today might as well be a 7 in any other match.
I'll go next. I'll give him a high 6. I thought he was all right today. Bit quiet in the first 30, like they all were. I said it on the watch along. But he sort of grew into the game, had a shot, beat a few people in the first half. Great cross. People keep telling me he can't cross the ball, and then he goes and crosses the ball in, and let's be honest, puts it straight on Antonio's nut. Second half, he comes out, he lays a nice pass into Antonio. People can say it's a simple pass, but he's done it simply. And he got subbed. So I'll give him a high 6 out of 10. WestHamOnline.
Started the game poorly, but grew into it. I felt that he was good. I think he linked up well on the left-hand side with Fornals. I think his cross was good for Benrahma. Antonio. I think he could have had another assist for Antonio. I thought he looked quite energetic. I thought it was above average performance. And for that reason, Benrahma has earned himself a 7 from me.
Oh, dear
Christ.
What's happened to it? Where's the WestHamOnline I used to know? 7 out of 10. Clip that, people. Clip that shit. We'll move on.
Are you like not taking into consideration who we were playing today?
Doesn't matter.
Still gets 7.
Lucas, shut up, man. Mikel Antonio, WestHamOnline. He's one of your most favourite players. You've seen him since birth.
I've actually been waiting for this one.
He shut the haters up today.
I know he shut me and Mitchell up. Anyone who watched the watch along, go back and watch the second goal. Mitchell saying Antonio needs to learn to shoot, and then literally goes in the top corner. So, it was quite funny. Take it away, West Ham Online.
It was quite ironic and quite funny because everyone, including me, was saying, I don't know why Scamacca's not starting. I don't know why. And then Antonio started, scored 2 goals. Scamacca came on and was crap. So interesting. But Antonio didn't start the game well. And then he grew into it like the other players. He'd done some nice play on the edge of the box for the Lanzini shot. And then he got himself in a great position for a header. A great shot outside the box as well for the second goal. It weren't his best game off the ball. I actually thought he was better off the ball against Man United. And actually, no, I've got to give him some praise. At times, he was the only one pressing. All the others just weren't following him. But he weren't brilliant. But like Ings the other day against Villa, I'm going to give him a 7.
I'm going to agree. 7 out of 10. For the first 30 minutes, me and Mitch was watching, obviously doing the watch along, and he looked like he was running around, but sweating like a good one. We thought we was going to get him subbed off because he was knackered. The first goal's a good header. The ball makes the header, though, for me. Like the cross, all he's got to do is just direct.
If you can't put that away, you need to be playing in the National League.
Right. So, it's a great header from a very good cross. The second goal is superb. Let's be honest. The curl on that shot, it was like it was top class. And I'm not his biggest fan, Antonio, but you got to rate it. So for that, he gets a 7.
People really do try, don't they? When Scamacca plays poorly, it's his low on confidence. When Antonio plays poorly, it's his crap. It's just interesting.
Well, it is the Cyprian team. Lucas.
For me, I'm gonna give him just by the skin of his teeth a 7. I think he did his best Danny Ings impression against Forest today. I thought Antonio was dreadful today. I'll be honest with you. Two good touches of the ball, good header in from a great cross, and then obviously his second goal was fantastic. He loves to score outside the box against the USA in clubs of Cyprus. So credit to him, but besides those 2 wonderful touches he had, he was shocking today, in my opinion. I didn't think he was good at all. His first touch was absolutely abysmal.
Do it, James. Emotional damage, please.
What you rate him, Lucas?
I gave him a 7. He literally did
emotional damage.
He literally did a Danny Ings against Forest.
Lucky you.
We've got Larnaca.
If anyone thinks Antonio was good today, they're lying to themselves.
Thank you, Andreas.
Andreas, big up Andreas, all the way from Cyprus, man. Thank you very much, mate.
Thank you, big up.
Right, we'll move on to the subs. But before I move on to the subs, please smash a like on the video. You know what to do, people. Smash a like on the video. Go ahead.
So, Alfie, you think Antonio was good today?
No.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
It was 2 decent goals. That's about it. Let's move on to the first substitution. Jared Bowen, West Ham Online. Give me a number.
Very average. 5.
I'm going to agree. Lucas?
Didn't do a lot. I thought he was actually going to fight about 3 or 4.
Yeah.
I love it. I love
players.
it.
Just a 5.
Gianluca Scamacca, West Ham Online.
Shocking. I'm sorry, he was crap. He really was. He'd taken too many touches. He looked slow on the ball. He has just returned from injury, but for someone who everyone was called in to start, including me, he was terrible. He really was. High 3.
I sort of agree, but I don't agree with the rating. I know what you're saying, though. He looks off like a yard of pace off being sort of match fit, in my opinion. I don't know what's going on with him. I'll give him a 4. I can't give him a 3. I'll give him a 4. Lucas?
3. Awful. But I understand why.
Fair enough.
I'm an understanding man, but I keep it real. He was awful.
I think I know he's about to come up, and he's going to get a similar rating. Oh,
Thomas Souček.
Yeah, he was all right.
I thought he was very good. Intercepted a few balls. Yeah, I'll give him a 5. What are you rating him?
I'll give him a 6. I thought he was decent. Lucas, a 6 is average. When are you going to get this in your head?
Lucas?
5.
Yeah, I agree, mate. I do. I don't think he's a 6, Alfie. Fucking hell. What are you trying to do to me? This is going to be an interesting one. Lucas Paqueta, £50 million of sterling, and he can't score a one-on-one. And I'm going to say this quickly before I get the ratings. If that is Saeed Benrahma running through, and he does that,
or Antonio,
or Antonio, or Jared Bowen, or Thomas Souček, everyone's hanging.
Yeah.
I'll go for the whole team if you want. Right? If that's anyone else,
Cresswell?
they're getting lynched from the nearest lamppost in East London. And I can't believe he missed that. I really can't. I'm going to start off with.
We just love shooting directly at the goalkeeper.
And do you know what? I done the watch on with Mitch. 5 seconds he had of time.
Yeah.
Like, as in, like, he's running through.
His angle was absolutely dreadful as well.
Yeah, he could have easily just chipped. Oh, crap, mate.
He could have done anything. He could have chipped it over him. He could have dummied it and gone round him.
4. He wasn't worse than Scamacca, in my opinion, but he wasn't far off 4.
Well, I've got to go a bit lower than that. I know you're saying that about Scamacca. That chance is massive.
What did you give Scamacca?
I'm giving Scamacca 4 because he's the Italian stallion. But
what are you about to give Paqueta? A 3?
I'll give him a 4. And I've got to be honest. He runs through. I'm thinking that's a goal. Like, I'm literally thinking, right, that's a goal. He's Brazilian. He knows how to finish chances.
Brazilians do not know how to do that. R9.
And that chance irritated the life out of me. So, yeah, 4. Online, what are you saying?
This was what I thought when watching Paqueta today.
Hello, Jane.
Are you on drugs? Are you fucking on drugs? Why?
Alfie's bringing his own sound bites to the situation. Go on, man.
Yeah, it was terrible. His passing was shocking.
Bad.
Like, honestly, it was so bad today, his passing. Missed the one-on-one. He just... he's just so inconsistent. Yeah, he weren't good, was he? I think he really will be lucky if he starts on the weekend. He will, but he will be very lucky.
Right.
Same as Scamacca.
I won't say lucky, but again, no, he won't be lucky to start. He will start, and I still think he deserves to start. But today was, in my opinion, just toxic. Like, they should not be approaching this match like. I'm not going to say they approached it like they were better than them or like who are these guys, but like they lack killer instinct. They lack any sort of just venom. They have no venom. There's no venom.
Well, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Me and Mitch called it at the start of the game. We said it's going to end up 2-0. He's going to shut up shop, see it out, 2 or 3-0. And that was it.
But you know what happened if this team had venom? We would have won 4-0 today. We would have pressed them hard the first 25, 30 minutes, broken them, left them with no will, leave there 4-0. We play half a team of academy players, and job is done. But the group is toxic. They have no killer instinct.
I agree. Moving on, though, to Maxwell Cornet. Trust me. Going wants to watch it on. Mitch was bouncing around his roommate when this man came on. I was quite impressed with him. I thought he looked quite good. Really did. WestHamOnline, what you saying?
He didn't play long, but he played a nice ball through. Well, great ball through to Paqueta for that one-on-one. Yeah, he looked sharp, which another reason why people need to stop letting Scamacca off so easily. Scamacca's, just come back, yes, but he was crap. Cornet, that was his first game back in months, and he looked way better. So, yeah, I can't give him a 7 because he didn't even play long, but I'll give him a 6, and it's a positive contribution. And thank you, Charlie boy.
I'll go next. I'll give him a 7. I thought he was excellent. I thought he looked alive. He looked alert. He can someone said it in my chat. They turned around and said, when he comes on, look at all the other players. The other players look slower to how he looks, and he's just come back.
And to be fair, he does have more to prove than most of the players out on the pitch today.
Yeah.
So that could have been a bite in his hide end for him. But yeah, but again, he was maybe the third player overall today that looked like he truly cared. Yeah,
so I'll give him a 7. Just even though it's 10 minutes, you got to give him some credit. He's come back.
He's done more in 10 minutes than
some players.
Most of all the players that played today.
What are you saying, Lucas? For him,
I'm going to give him a 6. Like I said, he did more in 10 minutes than 95% of our players did today in their time on the pitch. That pass to Lucas Paqueta was absolutely brilliant. That was off a corner as well. Stay composed when the ball fell to him.
Yeah.
Did a nice little, I don't even know what you call it. I'm not even going to make a name for it, but he stayed composed, turned, put on his weak foot as well. Or I don't know if that's his weak foot. His left foot's a strong foot, I believe.
Yeah.
But played a great ball through to Paqueta. Should have been an assist. But and he was passionate, running around.
I love the West Ham fans singing Maxwell Cornet. We thought you was dead.
Mate, I'm telling you, he was the club. He was the
club.
I
love this club. I love this club to death, mate. That is just banter.
He was the club ghost for 6 months, and I swear he's just like a typical West Ham signing. You sign him, plays a few games, gets injured, and then of course has a rare bone disease or whatever it was. Yeah. But now he's back. Or not bone disease, some bone whatever. So sorry if that's wrong, but 6.
Evening, Rich. We've got Everton fan in the building. Thanks for joining us, mate. Right, let's move on to the ref. I'll give my rating quickly. I thought he was okay. He booked Kehrer and Downs, rightfully so. Stupid fouls from the pair of them. The one thing that did irritate me is the subs were ready to come on and he allowed the game to continue for some crazy reason. But other than that, I thought it was all right. So I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. Lucas?
4.
Fair enough. WestHamOnline.
My man of the match tonight, I thought he got everything bang on the money. 9.
Actually, if we're going to be honest, we probably should have gotten more yellow cards than we did.
Yeah, possibly, but we move. Final rating of the evening, gentlemen. And it's Mr. David Moyes. 9 for 9 now. And I'm going to hand this over to WestHamOnline. WestHamOnline, you're not going to be posting his photo around anytime soon, are you?
Well, I will say 2 things quickly. I'll see what people think. People said he couldn't beat a top 6 team. Larnaca is second, so there you go. And people, Villarreal, who are meant to be really good, drew with Anderlecht today, who Mr. Moyes beat. Mr. Moyes has won 9 out of 9 in Europe. And although that Mr. Moyes, although he's been poor in the league, Mr. Moyes deserves his plaudits in Europe. He's been spectacular, really. As I say, he's done incredible. 9 out of 9.
4 fucking seconds! It took you 4 fucking seconds to piss me off again!
Yeah.
Carry on.
And as I was saying, people said he can't beat a top 6 team. Where are they now? Larnaca.
Are you serious, my brother?
Second in the Cyprian League. So, he went away to a tough team, tough European game. His win percentage in Europe is now 74%. And if Antonio Conte wants to know how to win a game in Europe, he needs to call.
That's valid. Valid.
Right. Before I get you
right with Arteta, come take notes. Valid.
I'm slightly stunned. I'm slightly stunned. WestHamOnline. You've just gone through all that. Listen, I'm going to give him some credit before I get.
One more thing, quick.
Go on.
Everyone was saying to start Scamacca. He went, nope, starting Mr. Mikel. He got a brace. Scamacca was terrible. 9 for Dave.
Let's look at it this way, because I'm quite stunned. I've got to give him some credit because he's 9 out of 9 in European competition, right? So he's got to get some credit for me there. The problem is, I just feel that this competition and the way we're playing this competition currently is papering over the cracks of how we are in the Premier League. Like, I just don't look at us as a good team at the minute. Like, we're trying to grind out results. Like, we said it the other week. Lucas pulled me up the other week and turned around and said, James, you're saying Nottingham Forest. They're a small club. And you was right. And since then, we haven't really performed. Like, was tonight a vintage performance from us? Not really.
No.
It was just, it was just basic. It was just fucking basic. Do you know what I'm saying?
Has got a 73% win rate in Europe now. If that's not incredible, I don't know what it is. Like, in his whole time at West Ham.
Did he pick the right team? I'd say yeah, to a point. But I think Scamacca should have started. I like him taking out Ben Johnson, but is that going to be Ben Johnson back for Sunday? Probably. Let's be honest. So I don't know what to rate him tonight. I'm probably going to give him an 8 out of 10. But a 9 out of 10 today is we stick 4 past this team. An 8 out of 10 today is we done the job, really. So I'll give him an 8 out of 10. Lucas.
Chat, James, I'm really happy that the chat are back in Moyes here. It makes me smile.
I bet it does. You got a picture of him under your pillar.
He's won the Community Shield.
Yeah. Lucas, can you land for Mr. David Moyes?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. I'm gonna give David Moyes I'm gonna give him a strong 7. I thought he rotated the team well, in my opinion. I also am in the camp that I would have started Scamacca. I mean, I didn't really care that Antonio started. And I think people are forgetting that Scamacca did just come off injury, and he's probably not as fit as we all think he is. But yeah, and so it's going to make Sunday very interesting because I still, even though Scamacca put in an awful performance, I still don't think it's completely out of the question that we could see him start on Sunday. I would probably lean towards no. He probably won't. But but overall, I thought he rotated the team well. He played enough strong. Well, I say strong players, but they didn't look strong today. But he played enough first team guys to get it over the line for my liking. And again, he's only the manager. He can't really. There's some things he can't help. Like today, the fight that they had, they were pathetic in my opinion. So strong 7 for David Moyes.
Strong 7 for Mr. David Moyes. And that has been the player ratings this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Before we go, I would like to speak about the Villa game. It's massive. Let's put it like this. WestHamOnline, talk to me about Villa, mate, because if we play like we played tonight against Villa, we're going to get done. Like that.
I would say if we play the way we did today against Villa, 3-1 to the Villains.
Oh, nice one, Lucas. WestHamOnline, what do you want to say about that?
Flipping hell. I think we're going to be good. It's a home game against a team that aren't that far away from us, so I think we should win. But it's up to Mr. Moyes and the players. I think this is the perfect game for Mr. Moyes to prove people wrong. I hope he does do it. But I've not seen enough evidence lately to suggest that we will. I mean, the game last weekend was just disgusting. So I'm going to put my neck on the line and my toes as well, if you want. And I'm going to say we beat them 2-0.
No chance we keep a clean sheet.
I'm going to ask you this question, right? If he doesn't win against Villa, does he get the sack?
No, he won't get sacked. There was a report today, wasn't it? If we go down, he'll stay.
I think that's disgusting, though. I think that's absolutely outrageous. Like, you've got to be honest. If we go down, we're going to keep the manager who sends us down.
Yeah, that's a poor mentality. But I will say this, James. If we go down, I think he's the best man to get us back up. But we should sack him out of principle. We should sack him out of principle because if you take us down, like, you shouldn't stay. So,
I think, me personally, I think the Villa game is. I keep saying it. The Everton game was massive. The Nottingham Forest game is massive.
Every match is massive.
And this game is definitely massive. I think if we lose this game, on Sunday night, I think West Ham will sack him. I think they will have 2 weeks to go and find a new manager if they've not already got someone lined up. And West Ham will play the reserves against Larnaca in the second leg, get it done at home. And they've got no game against City. In the following game, their first game will be Southampton on the 2nd of April, which is absolutely massive. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Mate. Like, he's got to turn up and perform. I've got to be honest. What are you saying for it, Lucas?
Yeah, like I said, if we play the way we did today and against Brighton, against Villa, we will get whacked, in my opinion, because Ollie Watkins is on absolute fire. So I really don't think there's a possibility of a clean sheet. So it's tough because these past 2 performances, in my opinion, have been absolutely disgusting, and they really warrant no confidence from me. But I will always believe in the team, and I'm not letting today slide. But of course, it's going to be a bit different getting up for a Premier League match than what we just watched. And is it acceptable? No, but do I understand? Absolutely. We've all been there playing sports in our lives. It's really important. I think really no matter what, Moyes isn't going to get sacked. It's been reported several times by some pretty decent sources, strong sources, that he is here to stay no matter what, which again, I don't necessarily agree with 100%, but it is what it is, you know? And it's just not the right mentality in my opinion.
I just find it like this competition is really taking away the facts of how West Ham are playing at the minute. Like, I look at us tonight, and a West Ham team 18 months ago go through this team 5-0. No problem. Right? Yeah. I mean, like, literally destroy this team, and we ain't even got to worry about the next leg. Right? To go there tonight and win 2-0, fair enough, but it was just like a job done. It's like as a professional performance. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not seeing.
I'm not seeing one thing.
Go ahead.
What I will say is, I know people don't like Moyes now, but I think we need to enjoy these conference games while we can, because teams around us, I see like Palace fans and Everton fans tweeting how they wish they were in the position.
I do agree with.
They wish that they were in European football, and it's like an experience for us that we may not experience for another decade. So hopefully we can win it and we can get it again next year, because I think for the fans, the away days, like Napa is just incredible.
Oh, and what Simon Jordan said the other day on TalkSport is absolutely fucking disgusting. And that's no wonder why he doesn't own a club anymore. His mentality stinks, and he's an absolute melt. He's a disgusting human.
The problem is, right? The problem is
the fact that he said that it's more important for Chelsea to do better in Europe than West Ham is absolutely disgusting. And it's that Pig Six mentality that I absolutely can't fucking stand.
Any chance of not interrupting me when you're not on camera? Is there any chance of that? Listen, I agree. I am nervous about this game, Villa. I won't lie. I look at it and I think if we don't win this one, our next 2 games after that are Southampton at home and Newcastle at home on the Wednesday, I think it is. So we've basically got 3 home games in the Premier League in a row. And I expect at least minimum 7 points. If West Ham don't pick up 7 points from Villa, Southampton and Newcastle, right, we've got to start livening up. Like, do you know what I'm saying? So I'm nervous about this game against Villa. It ain't going to be easy. They're in a good bit of form. They beat Palace the other week. I know WestHamOnline is not a fan of Villa, but you've got to rate what Emery's done since he's been there. Because
he's actually played crap football. He's literally played the football. People will like say Emery's great. He's played the football that Moyes is playing, like a similar style, but he's winning games.
He's literally finishing chances. He's literally playing the same as he did at Villarreal. It's not great, but it's doing okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Also, I see Epic said that we don't have a chance of winning the trophy. Our biggest rivals, in my opinion, are Villarreal in this competition, and they drew today to Anderlecht. And let's be honest,
I think Nice are the outsiders.
Yeah,
For me.
Nice. But we definitely have a chance. I mean,
And you know what? Do you know what'll be ironic? We've got linked with Moffy or what his fucking name is for ages.
Oh my God! Don't even put that
And you
into
know
the
what I'm
earth. Don't
you'll know
put
what-
it into the earth.
Oh mate, you just know what's going to happen
Can
there.
I
So
say
yeah,
something, James? If we
I
get
know.
to the final, E20 will, even if we don't get tickets, this is agreed. I've just agreed it with everyone in my head. We're going to go to Prague. We're going to get a hotel and we're going to do a stream live in Prague.
Well,
I can 100% guarantee you.
chuck a few super chats in, people, for that.
I will be going to that match if it does happen. I don't care what it takes. I will be there.
Yeah.
But real quick, I didn't give my prediction, even though
ahead.
I'm not convinced by our last two performances.
Yeah.
They've been disgusting. I still always believe. I'm gonna go 2-1 West Ham.
Yeah, that's fair enough, mate. I'm going to do a preview tomorrow, and I'll discuss it tomorrow with Tommy at 2:30 UK time. So check it out.
Make sure to
tomorrow.
turn on the notification bell to be in the chat first. Whoever gets in the chat first tomorrow gets a free shout out.
Fingers crossed. I'm looking at the other teams now. The quarters is going to be a lot harder, but fingers crossed we can get Lech Poznan. That would be nice.
Polish team.
Yeah.
But it don't matter who we get, as long as we can sort our Premier League format. Now, I'm going to be honest, before I wrap this up, if West Ham go and win the next 3 home games, then we ain't going down. It's as simple as that. Like, if we can take 9 points out of the next 3, we will blast ourselves away from the relegation zone. The problem is, the next 3 home games are must-not loses. Like, we can't lose these games. It's as simple as that, because you're playing teams literally around us. Do you know what I mean? Southampton will be fighting. Villa are away from us, but we need to catch them. And Newcastle are Newcastle, and then they're doing their stuff. So
how many points do you think we could take from those 3?
7. I think if we turn up against Villa, we win. I think the Southampton game, we would have enough rest and time and preparation to plan for this game. I think we will draw with Newcastle. I think Newcastle's the hardest one out of the 3 for obvious reasons, but I do think if we can turn up against Villa's massive. If we lose that game and we lose heavily, then everyone is just going to vent their anger.
I could see that match being an absolute back and forth slugfest.
Yeah. And I just feel that we need to pick up at least minimum 7 points. Anything less than that is just not good enough. It really isn't. So, yeah. I'm going to wrap it up there, gentlemen. We've nearly come up to the hour mark, and it's time to say bon voyage. WestHamOnline, thank you for coming on.
My pleasure, young James.
Thank you, Alfred. Lucas, thanks for coming on, man.
Absolutely. And thank you to everyone in the chat that has been talking to us, keeping us going, putting in their thoughts and everything. 90 of you. We appreciate your contribution and your support of the channel.
Thank you very much.
If we get
Can I wrap this up, lads?
If we get 45 likes on this video, 45,
I can sack you off this channel. Is that what it is?
This will come out. I'll design it. We'll make an E20 mug, and it will say West Ham Online is the greatest on it.
It will say West Ham Online is a mug.
Yeah.
Actually, that a mug with a picture of Mr. Moyes. How about that?
West Ham Online is a mug, right? What it is, I've actually thought about doing the mug thing, mate. So I've already got something lined up for that, but we will see. Listen, I appreciate everyone watching. Please do smash a like on the video, and please do subscribe to the channel as Lucas does the comments. I'm going to be back tomorrow, as I said, 2:30 UK time with Irish Tommy. We're going to go through the Aston Villa preview. Saturday, I'm not doing nothing. And then Sunday, it's back to normal service. After full player ratings for the Aston Villa game. West Ham need a win against Villa. There's no excuses now. We can't keep literally letting things go, and we need to start picking up wins, W's, and not D's and L's, basically. Do you know what I'm saying?
So, yeah. He needs to make it 9 out of 9. Like he's doing in the Conference League, he needs to get 9 out of 9 league wins now.
Yeah, and if I get over 100 likes on this video, I will sack Alfie. So there's a point for you. And on that note, take it easy.
He will relegate Alfie.
Alfie's getting relegated. Peace.
I've never found a love like this.